Going on vacation can be so great, but how do you do it without gaining weight? That's what we'll be talking about today on The Healthy View. Summer is finally here, which means that many of you are not going to be here as you're off on vacation. Whether you're heading on a road trip to a beach house or a European jaunt, vacation for many of us means extra cocktails, more meals out, local favorites, and possibly nights walking to the ice cream store. Going on a vacation without gaining weight can be tough. So we're here to talk about our tips and tricks to help you relax and enjoy your vacation. I'm Lisa Lutan. I'm here with my beautiful and brilliant co-hosts, Andrew Beeman and Michelle Fenninghaus. We are all expert health coaches who've collectively helped thousands of people around the world get happier and healthier while staying sane and having fun. Michelle, what are your tips to vacation without gaining weight?
Well, here's the thing. If you have a healthy relationship with food and your body all year long, that 1 week or 2 weeks or whatever you're on vacation, it doesn't really matter. Because even if you gain a couple of pounds while you're away, they're going to fall off once you come back home. So I literally do not worry about this ever. And I tell my clients, go ahead, have fun, have that ice cream, do your thing, enjoy yourself. It's not really the time for worrying about hitting the gym every single day and counting your calories. Not that I think there's ever a time for that. I think that having like a relationship with food that's healthy and strong and resilient is based on eating real food, right? So I do think that's one habit that you can bring on vacation with you. Pack it in the bag, throw it over your shoulder, and get on the plane with it. Like last year when we were away on vacation, we were renting a house and I cooked. I didn't cook every single meal. We definitely ate out. In fact, one time we ate in the movie theater. It's like the place where they bring the food to you on little trays. And my kids thought that was really great, except it was the most disgusting food in the world, but whatever. You can do that sort of thing because, we had a decent breakfast that morning and I was going to cook dinner later that evening. So I cooked about half of our meals, and you can do that if you plan your vacations to include a kitchen. So maybe on your vacation you cook, maybe you don't. Maybe on your vacation, instead of choosing the soda and the bright red, food dye colored ice pops made with corn syrup, maybe it's water or a beer, right? Way preferable to a soda, and you have some real ice cream. It's still delicious. You can just avoid all that nasty, like super artificial stuff, even when you're away, even when you're relaxing. Like when I was in Thailand, the guys would walk down the beach and they're just carrying like coolers of sodas and candy and bags of just all kind of junk that you can buy right there on the beach. I wanted none of that. I said, give me the coconut. And they hacked off the top of the coconut. They put a straw on that. They give you a spoon so you can scrape out that sweet, young Thai coconut flesh. Oh my God. And it was amazing. So just because you're paying attention to what you eat does not mean that you can't enjoy yourself. It does not mean that you can't throw a shot of vodka into the coconut, whatever you want to do. And just because you're on vacation, it doesn't mean that you have to revert to like childhood and load up on all your favorite candy and junk food. Like, you are still you and you're going on vacation to feel good. So do that.
I love that. I love that, especially the vodka and the coconut. It's funny, just like you, Michelle, I don't think about gaining weight when I'm on vacation. It's just not in my consciousness. When I go on vacation anywhere, I always focus on eating the local foods and getting connected to the new environment that my body is in. So you were in Thailand, coconut, perfect on the beach. Oh my God, hydrating, delicious, nourishing. You don't really want any other stuff, right? If you start eating the sugar, that's gonna, like the candy and all that crap, it's just gonna spiral you into eating more crap. So it's not on my personal consciousness. So like when I go to Costa Rica, I eat lots of fruits because they're abundant, they're cooling, they're refreshing, and as well as fresh fish, which is energizing and cooling. And it works really well because that's that environment, Costa Rica, right? You got the ocean right there. You got all the fruit trees, you got everything. And then when I was in Arizona recently, an interesting thing, I looked on every menu in the hotel spa that I was staying in. Every single menu, I was looking specifically for something with prickly pear cactus or nopal, but I couldn't find it. And when I went out on my hikes, all around me on the hike, I saw the prickly pear cactus all over the place. And I'm like, how come they're not putting this in the food? It's hydrating, it's moistening, it's everything that you need in that environment. So I couldn't find the prickly pear cactus. So I just kept myself really well hydrated, and I drank lots of tequila.
Well, you do what you got to do.
I didn't really. But another thing that I like to do when I'm on vacation is, like Michelle said, you're still going with you, right? So I love to hike. So when I'm on vacation, I hike. I love to check out the new terrain in the environment that I'm in. And that hiking out wherever I am keeps me naturally fit and healthy and energized and utilizing the calories that I eat. So I don't ever think about dieting, right? And also when I hike in the new terrain that I'm in, it helps to regulate my circadian rhythms, and that helps me sleep better at night. And when you sleep better at night, you're less likely to gain weight, right? Because when we don't sleep well, our weight's going to go up. So my advice to folks that are going on vacation is to thoroughly enjoy yourself, get outside, and eat the local cuisine. And that's what I got for you.
You know, it's so interesting because you hear about people how they go off to Paris and they have wine every night and they're eating croissants and they're, come home and they go, I haven't gained a pound. And so much of it is because they're relaxing and they're dining and they're not on the go and they're eating fresh, good food, local food. So there are many, many times that is the case. But unfortunately, there are many times where that's not the case as well. And I can say for me, especially as I've gotten older, I don't have quite as much wiggle room as I used to have. I used to be able to eat whatever I want, come back, and it would just fall right off. And now that doesn't really happen so much. But it's not that I go crazy. I still love to eat healthy food, but I am definitely eating out more.
Which gives you more wiggle.
More wiggle. Just going to restaurants more, even though I love what Michelle said about cooking, and I do try to stay in a place that there is a kitchen. So even if I can have breakfast there, that's a big help. And I love that because I really don't feel good anymore when I'm eating out every night. But some of the things that have worked really well for me, because I do travel quite a bit, visiting my kids and all over the place, is I'm a gym rat. I love to work out. And before I go somewhere, I go on and Google and see what are some fun workouts in the area. I'll also go on ClassPass if anybody uses that. And I can try different workouts in literally every place in the world. And I have so much fun doing that. Now, sometimes it's not available, so I will just rent a bike, I'll go hiking, and I often will pack my jump rope right in my suitcase so that I can do a workout and just about anywhere, do some dips on a chair, some push-ups, some jump ropes, and it keeps me moving and feeling really good. Now, when it comes to the food, my number one rule is be a food snob. Like if you're going to be in Italy and you're going to have this homemade delicious pasta, yeah, go for it. Just don't eat it like in the box, And when you're somewhere else, like eat the delicious local cuisine, the best quality that you can. Be very careful. I think Michelle tapped into this whole issue of habits, like, oh, every time I go to Cape Cod, I have to have saltwater taffy. That can get you into trouble. Like, decide, do I even like saltwater taffy? And so I don't like it at all. Yeah, it makes me kind of sick, but I do love lobster rolls, so that's where I'm going to indulge, So really eat the stuff that you love, hydrate, have a blast, spend time with people you love and doing things you love, and you will be fine.
Lisa, you mentioned doing different kinds of workouts all over the world. Did I tell you guys about the yoga class that I took in Hong Kong?
No.
I was only in Hong Kong for 2 days, so I don't know what most people would choose to do, but I looked for what yoga was going on near me because that's what I love to do. And I thought, what better way to experience the culture than to take a yoga class in Cantonese?
Perfect.
So I gave it a shot.
How was it?
It was really, really out of this world because not only was it a yoga class taught in a different language, but it was this special Hanuman yoga. It was wall yoga, if anyone's ever done yoga where there's ropes on the wall. I have done that before in the States, but it was intense. And just to compare the experience and the culture of yoga here in the States with how they were doing it there, it was very interesting, but it certainly got my body moving and upside down.
Cool.
Wow.
So you can do stuff like this no matter where you are. I would advise against the Hong Kong yoga. Just to let you know, it costs $57 for one class.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Anyway,
Crazy.
whatever you guys are doing this summer, we want to wish you something wonderful and delicious and feel good during all of your travels, or even if you're just at home and doing your usual thing. Please take a moment to head on over to iTunes and leave a written review of our show on iTunes. If we read it on the air in an upcoming episode, you'll get a little gift from us. And if you'd like to be notified whenever we release a new episode, just go ahead and sign up at healthyviewshow.com. And we'll see you next time.